All right, guys, so this next video is going to be talking about the center forward here, and we're going to be talking about the different options they have and how they want to play in the game. And this is when we have the ball. So to orient ourselves, here's our goalie, our 3 defenders, our 2 center mids, and our 2 wings, and our center forward, our striker. So the center forward striker is the player we want to play to if we can. Anytime we can play there, they're the most advanced and they're going to allow us to attack as quickly as possible. So their job is to be constantly moving to make themselves a target for their teammates. So let's get our defenders. Most teams will play with 3 defenders, so these defenders will be the blue guys here. So let's talk about the starting position for this striker. If the ball is on this side of the field with this defender, this center mid, or this wing, this forward wants to get on the back shoulder of the defender so the defender cannot see them and the ball at the same time. It's not in their line of sight. That's the starting position. So constantly moving. As this player receives the ball, if the forward's here, they're going to hook over here to start there. That's their starting position. If they pass it back over here, she's going to move back to this side. So she's always on the back shoulder. If it goes to this defender, she stays over here. If they pass it, swing it over here, she's going to swing over here. So that's the starting position, to get on the back shoulder from where the ball is. Okay? So there's 2 runs that this forward can make. One is the hook run, to stay on sides, to come on sides and run so they can play them through here. So the defender can look for that ball to play it through to them, and they stay flat and even until that ball's kicked. As soon as it's kicked, then they can take off and get in behind the defender. But that hook run keeps them on sides. So that's one run. The other option is, if the wing has it, or the center mid, or the defender even, is to start here, but then they can check back hard to the ball here, okay, and receive it there. Once they receive that, they always want to be, as they're opening up here, they're checking the field to see what options are open. Once they check back to receive the ball here and the defender comes on them, the first thing they want to look for is to change the point of attack, to take the ball from this side of the field where it's more congested to the other side where it should be more open. And so they're going, as she receives it with one touch, the second touch should look here first to this midfielder, because she's wanting to play the way she faces. Play this midfielder who can then play us through to goal there. If that passing option is not open, if they've got a defender here cutting that off, or whatever, this midfielder hasn't moved to become an option, then the second option is to look to play a through ball here on this side. If that's not open, then just play the way you face. Find this midfielder again, or find the defender out here. So the first option is to try and change the point of attack here to this midfielder. The second option is to look for a give-go in here or back to this mid, okay? But you'll always want to play the way you face as a forward, okay? The second thing I want to talk about real quickly is, this happens quite often in a game. Let's say that this midfielder gets the ball and has space to attack. And she starts to attack and she's coming right at you. The first thing you want to do if the ball's on this side is to get in your starting position. Hook out here wide so your defender cannot see you and the ball at the same time. So you fan out here to get open. As the defender's coming, the first option that they can look for is, if your defender doesn't go with you and stays here, they can play you through there and you can go to goal. Or if this defender, your defender, steps to the ball, you can fan out here wide for a give-go. And they play it in around that defender like that, okay? If you fan out wide here, your defender's dribbling at you, and there's not a pass for you there, your defender's tight to you, then make a hook run here, okay? If your defender goes with you, it opens up a huge gap for this wing to run into and receive the ball there, or for the forward to just dribble straight through, or the midfielder to dribble straight through, okay? So those are the 3 things that you can do, or the 2 things you can do if your midfielder is dribbling straight at you. First, if it's on this side, get on the other shoulder, look for a give-go or a through ball. If that's not on, then run across the path of your midfielder who's attacking you to create a passing lane for this wing here. There's one other thing that can happen here sometimes. If your midfielder is too close to you here, you get on this shoulder here. If that's not open, if the defender comes with you and you can't pass it and they're still dribbling, and they're too tight to run across their path there, hook around them here, because then you become an option. It's a one-on-one here, but now you've made it a two-on-one. So now there's passing options here through, or lay it off to you as you come in. So that's the only other thing. If they're too tight and you can't run across their path, hook around them, okay? So those are the main principles as far as the center forward. You make a hook run to the wing, you check back to the ball, or you open up when your center mid's dribbling straight at you, look for a give-go. If that's not on, then run across their path or hook around them. So let me just lay these papers out that reviews everything we just talked about. Center forward when we have the ball. The next one is center forward when your center midfielder is dribbling straight at you. Okay, and that's it.